You cocky little. When you get off acting like you've won. Now you've done it, you sons of bitches. From this day on, you've made an enemy of Ravash. You damn rookies will rue the day. All the diet members are on our payroll. Don't you think you'll be able to get away scot-free? Words. Is that what you think? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. New plan, I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punching bags, then beat the absolute piss out of you. Language, please. Wait, Wald, that's going to... Not to worry, you can leave the rest to us. Wald, try not to get carried away, okay? These guys are professionals after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. Whatever. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly little spat to ourselves? I doubt pros like yourselves would want your bosses to find out you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of brats like us. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well now, would it? Get bent, asshole. You'd be too large under if we were taking you seriously. My, I'm no lawyer, but if you ask me, it's probably in your best interest to bow out now. Is this Graceland? It is Graceland. I also hope Visions of Mana is good. It looks, the trailer is stunning. It looked stunning with its art style. I hope I like that game. I'm not the biggest Mana person. Like, I think Secret of Mana is overrated. I like had a fine enough time with it, but I don't like love it like a lot of other people do. Legend of Mana wasn't really for me. And what's the other one I played? The original Trials of Mana I didn't really like, but the remake of Trials of Mana was so good that I want to play Visions of Mana. Like, I want to go forward with the Mana series because the Trials of Mana remake was amazing. Grace? What are you doing here? I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days. And much to my expectations, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy, I'm dying to write up a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why you're just some bitch from the local rag. You think you could take Ravash on, huh? Man, Ravash is full of foul language. Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises. Fine, whatever, we'll be going now. But if you don't keep your word, lady? Yeah, standard issue threat. I got it. To be fair, though, you're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. Wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Cross the line again, and a little birdie told me you might find the bracers on your tails. The bracers? Just a little FYI, Arios was strongly considering taking over this case. Naturally, being as in demand as he is, he was totally up to his neck in requests. He figured he'd leave it to you guys. Is that true? He's been keeping tabs on us, huh? That appears to be the case. Oh, hell no. As if we'd ever be moronic enough to make an enemy of Arios MacLane. There's no point in staying in this dump any longer. We're out of here. Later, losers. Do all the mana games let you pick different characters? That's a Trials of Mana thing, yeah. Other Mana games, from the ones I played, Secret of Mana has a pre-established party, and yeah, so does Legend of Mana to an extent. But yeah, that's a Trials of Mana thing specifically, where they just let you pick any of the 6 characters. Oh boy, Arios MacLane, the Divine Blade of Wind. I've heard my fair share about his exploits, but I didn't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing. To hell with this shit. Screw it, show's over, boys. Get your asses moving, we're leaving. Yeah. Thank you for the gift 1 sub, Arya, that greatly appreciated. I must say, I couldn't have done it without your help. So I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you? Yeah, I suppose so. So I guess our original mission was only to stop that one fight between your gangs a few days ago. Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to go to war with Wald anymore, right? What are you going on about now? What? Whether the Mafia is involved or not, it's not like our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory. That won't change. Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while. But our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it. Hold on now. If you don't want our future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Bet, I'll be there. Perhaps you can even join in our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression he's joking in the slightest. Well, then I wish you sweet dreams, everyone. Let us return, the boss. Our crusade is ended. Let's withdraw. Yes, sir. What an incorrigible group of men. Leave them be. They're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes raring for a fight. Nothing you can really do. For once, you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah, for sure. It just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason. Oh, probably because this is only the prologue in, like, I don't know, a 4 to 7 chapter game, if I had to guess. This is only the beginning of a really big story. We're still not good enough. We had to rely on someone else to finish the job yet again. How was that? Did I nail it? Well... what useless, petty pride. There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you gonna uncover the full truth? Only once you've understood this can you truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother. Huh? Well, I think it's time for me to head on home now. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I have work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, nighty night. I like Gracelyn. She's neat. Man, your brother was pretty famous, huh, Lloyd? Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was an extremely talented individual. When he was on the job, there weren't a lot of people that could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence. At any rate, our mission is accomplished. Let's return to the SSS and give our report to Sergei. I think I get the picture. Well, this is about what I expected from you guys. If we get another case like this, I'm sure you'll be able to handle it better. Yes, sir? He's pretty hard to please. Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during this case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbell. Well, yeah, it's definitely going to be a pain in the ass. Crossbell's seedy underbelly, a complicated hotbed of corruption, hidden just below the surface. It's true. Let me just remind you guys that the people over at CPD headquarters are anything but incompetent. Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribe. But most of our detectives are pretty damn capable. They've got morals and a sense of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. Politicians who've sold their honor to the Mafia, for example. How about it, Lloyd? Ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer? No, sir. These barriers are the reason the Special Support Section was established, right? Protect civilians above all else, the bracers. Code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms dealing, sale of stolen goods and mirror laundering, the collusion between the Mafia and government officials. These are all problems that lie outside the bracer's jurisdiction. He's got a point. Even the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Countless barriers may stand in our way. You have to overcome them. But the possibility of getting over them isn't zero. Zero! Name of the game. He's right. We as the SSS can create opportunities others can't change for true change in Crossbell. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree the possibility is never zero. Take a look at this guy, would you? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure out the Mafia. Here I had you pegged as a serious type, but it turns out you're as hot-headed as they come. I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right term, Randy. Still working with all of you on that last case helped me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, As long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Lloyd. Oh, how about that? Perhaps the cheesiest speech ever. You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. Oh, you think I have in my head in the clouds, don't you? I think you're fine the way you are. While it's true that the SSS was created under some complicated circumstances, it's your guys' job to decide where we go from here. Use this division however you see fit. Chief, I might not be able to give you much direct assistance with your missions, but if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and take off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys. We appreciate it, Chief. I see you prefer a I don't know what that means. Laissez-faire approach? I have no idea what that means. I've never seen that in my life. Sheesh, being understanding is one thing, but this is getting closer to carelessness, Chief. Perhaps laziness is more apt? Just one of the perks of being a no-good adult. Will the SSS remain a pale imitation of the Bracer Guilds? Or will it become something new? Something that creates new possibilities for the city? I, for one, am gonna kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. I'm really excited because that whole scene just made me like realize like, wow, we're gonna get like, we got the Bracer side in Sky, so this is gonna be the SSS side. Like Lloyd even said it, like there's things that the Bracers just can't do that's out of their jurisdiction. So seeing the perspective of the SSS, the stuff that Bracers couldn't really deal with, is gonna be really interesting. And I feel like that's gonna be the main theme of this game, and I'm looking forward to it, honestly. Lots of DP, let's go. Prologue is done. That was like 5.5 hours for the prologue. 2 trophies. Let us continue. Seems like you had another rough month, Arios. It's fine. Nothing new as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I'm here regarding my payment. No prob. Via IBC as usual, I assume. Look, seeing as I'm the one giving you all these requests, I'm sure I'm the last person to talk. Maybe you should consider reducing your workload, just a teeny bit. I can only imagine how lonely poor Shizuku must be. Shizuku sounds like a Valkyrie profile character. Whoops, sorry, I said I wouldn't bring this up anymore, didn't I? Oh, that reminds me, headquarters contacted me again. They keep bugging me to get you to accept the offer. Are they seriously still at it? I've rejected their offer numerous times already. How many more will it take? Well, can you blame them? I'm sure they're just desperate to find someone to fill the gaping hole Cassius Bright left when he quit. Cassius Bright. His name came up. Didn't you two train under the same master? You're basically equals when you look at your stats with the guild, so hurry up and accept already. While that may be true on paper, we're completely different people. Unlike Cassius, I haven't solved any conflicts on an international scale. To be honest, even being considered his equal is far more than I deserve. Aw, don't give me any of that. We both know it isn't true. What about that case in Rimaferia? The Grand Prince himself presented you with a Medal of Honor. If you ask me, that's more than enough qualification. I have to disagree. I never resolved the issue. I may have prevented the immediate disaster, but the masterminds responsible are still out there. I'd actually intended to refuse the medal. Gosh, Arios, you're a regular stick in the mud, you know that? Come on, accepting the promotion will drop your workload a little bit. You've done over 100 requests this month alone. For Adios' sake, that can't be healthy. Well, I certainly don't feel a bit more I can chew. Traveling for work isn't nearly as strenuous now that there are more trains and flights coming in and out of the city. And besides, those 2 Bracers transferring here should help reduce my workload. Ah, you mean those kiddies. Is it who I think it is? I suppose you're right, they might be rookies, but I see a lot of potential in them. At the very least, they'll be much more dependable than those kids in the SSS. Hello, anyone home? Oh, would you speak of the devil? Come in, we're upstairs. Oh, the 2nd floor? Gotcha. Thanks for having us. It's Estelle and Joshua! Hey, Michelle. Holy smokes, Arios is here too. Your portrait looks really off. I don't know what it is. Like, you look like Estelle, but something looks off. Oh my word, Joshua, what happened to you? Like, you look like Joshua, but your face looks off again. I'm glad we managed to catch up while you're in. Yes, it's quite a lucky coincidence. It's been 3 months or so, hasn't it? I'm glad to see you're both doing well. I never imagined we'd be seeing you two transferring to our little branch. This is just fantastic. Now that you're both here, we'll have Crossbow cleaned up in no time flat. You may be good, but we're not that good. I beg to differ. You guys went through 3 games of your shenanigans. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations. Who are our manners? We should officially introduce ourselves. Estelle Bright, Senior Bracer. Joshua Bright, also a Senior Bracer. They look like Estelle and Joshua, but like something about their faces looks off to me. Officially reporting for duty at the Bracer Guild's Crossbell branch. I did not think... Afternoon of the Wolves. I love wolves. I did not think we were going to see Estelle and Joshua this early in the game. That's crazy to me. Can you imagine if I played this game before Trails in the Sky? I would not have reacted like that to seeing Estelle and Joshua, obviously. The chief sure is late. What else is new? I'd like to start our morning meeting soon if we can. I really don't think we can begin without him. I would have slept in if I knew he was just going to be waiting around. Waking up at noon, hitting the casino, letting the good times roll till the wee hours. That's the life. The life of a hopeless reprobate. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Chief Sergey, good morning, sir. Good morning. Shall we start the meeting now? No need. Just got a call from HQ. You guys have been assigned a special mission today. Congrats. Special mission? I'm getting some bad vibes already. Is it similar to the previous one? Don't look at me, they didn't give me any details. You'll have to go to the main CPD building and find out yourself. Your client will be waiting for you there. Yeah, I know where the CPD is. Thanks, game. Oh, are they just taking me here immediately? Is that why? I thought I was gonna have to walk there. Oh, here we are again for another visit with Vice Commissioner Jackass. I can only imagine what he wants to bitch at us about this time. Oh, not this loser. Remember, we were told this was about a client waiting for us. I think it's safe to say he didn't call us here to complain. I have a sinking feeling he'll find a reason to scold us regardless. I know what you mean. We can't let it get to us, though. Lloyd Banding's reporting in. The SSS has arrived. Come in. Excuse us. Oh, I recognize that uniform. Does this just look like a Malfia, or is that actually a Malfia? It just looks so much like a Malfia. The Crossbow Guardian Force, right? Oh, hell. My, is that how you greet a former superior officer, Randy Orlando? Care to elaborate on any hidden meanings behind that outburst of yours? Oh, no, I was just surprised to see you here, that's all. You two know each other? The reaction is that of a man with a guilty conscience. Show me some respect, you four. Show some respect, you four. This here is Lieutenant Colonel Sonia Bales, Deputy Commander of the CGF. I'm gonna call her Colonel Sonia, because I can't pronounce her last name. Deputy Commander of the Guardian Force. Please forgive our misbehavior. Lieutenant Colonel is one of the higher ranks in the military chain of command. She's that distinguished? Oh, you have no freaking idea. She's the CGF's second in command after all. Taking into account her expertise and how much pull she's got in the force, she might as well be in charge. At ease, detectives. So, you're the SSS I've heard so much about. Yes, ma'am. We were told you were looking to submit a support request with us, is that right? You should feel honored, rookies. It's unheard of for useless greenhorns like yourselves to be called upon by the Deputy Commander herself. Vice Commissioner Pierre, allow me to handle it from here. What? Understood, I'll leave it in your capable hands, ma'am. Thank you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Sonia, Deputy Commander of the Crossbow Guardian Force. I came here to ask the SSS to lend us your expertise on a particular matter. Let me begin with a brief overview of the situation. An investigation of monster attacks. That's correct, Detective. Several locations through our Crossbow have reported similar cases of monster attacks over the past months. We'd like for your division's cooperation in investigating this matter. Wait just a moment, please. You want us to investigate attacks that have been happening outside of Crossbow City? Do you take issue with that? No, ma'am, not at all. Ma'am, if I'm not mistaken, the CGF is already conducting its own investigation into the matter, correct? Considering that, is there even room for us to help? Plenty, in fact. Too many questions remain unanswered to write these off as ordinary monster attacks. As much as I hate to admit, our investigators have hit a dead end. Therefore, I'm hoping the investigation will benefit from a different point of view. Different point of view? Trained detectives, to be exact. One that will differ greatly from a guardsman. By that reasoning, however, I wouldn't specifically need the SSS. Could have, for example, gone to the renowned 1st Division for their assistance instead. Well, I would love to introduce you to them. But as you know, they are preoccupied with their duties. As you can see, a number of unforeseen circumstances have led to us seeking the aid of the SSS. Are there any objections? No, ma'am. We'll gladly accept your request and aid you in your ongoing investigation. How exactly would you like us to assist? Sergeant Major Seeker? Yes, ma'am. Her sprite just looks, yeah, this doesn't look like, her sprite to me looked a lot like Amalthea. Here you are. But now it's like this is obviously not her, but her sprite just kind of threw me in for a loop. Oh, thank you. Like, if you had switched her sprite from this game, this girl's sprite in this game, with Amalthea's and Trails in the Sky, without even showing a text box, I would not be able to tell the difference. Wait, huh? She seems... something wrong? I'm fine, my apologies. I can't help but feel like I've seen her somewhere before. Got a monster damage report.